I started this at the beginning of the year, this free strategy call thing, and I thought this would be amazing, but people are afraid to get on them. And now it's getting better because I've recorded a bunch of them and I show people and they're like, oh, okay, I get it. So it's that whole clarity thing, right? So I actually just had a strategy call yesterday with this gentleman right here, Tim, and we had never met before, and I invited him to B&I, and so he's gonna back me up, hopefully, on the referrals and testimonials that it really was amazing. But I thought I would share that my goal with the strategy call is not to sell. My goal is really to genuinely help you. And I can't give you a script for how the strategy calls go because every single one of them is different. Because every business owner they're in a different place, they have different challenges, and we literally just get on the call and start talking. I want to know what your goals are, what your current struggles are, and then we take it from there. I'm just going to give you examples of a few recent calls. So this was yesterday's call. Tim set it up a couple weeks ago using the form on our website, and I got on the call and he said he was dealing with SEO problems. So I looked at his website and I could instantly tell what was causing his SEO problems, and I just showed him. You can't see it, but handouts, oh, let's pass these around really quick. Thank you, Chris. Oh. Let me take that top one right there. Let me pass these over here because it's hard to read up there because I can't see anything on that. On the code side, there's a thing called a title tag. A title tag is very important to Google, and his says home lake guard LLC. The most important thing that Google looks at, I have no idea what it means, and neither does Google. That's why he's having SEO problems. And then the description tag, which is the second thing that Google looks at, it says counties, Miller, Morgan, Benton, Camden, towns, Osage, like Ozark, da-da-da-da. Still does not say at all what he does. And oh, by the way, it says here in a note that's hidden in the code, search engine optimization by rank math. Do not use rank math. That is my takeaway for today because they don't know what they're doing. We got into that, and then I want to point out, why does SEO matter? I mean, it seems obvious, but 75% of people never go past the first page of Google, and 70% of business people have no ongoing SEO strategy. So there's opportunity there. If you, as a small business owner, have an ongoing SEO strategy, that gives you so much leverage over the rest of your competition in the market. So if you focus on that, you are going to dominate page one. Now, we got into, in the strategy call, a little more conversation about clarity of message, because that's important too. The content on your website, after those technical things, the content on your website matters a lot. So this is the third thing Google looks at. This is the title tag on the website, or the heading tag, and it says Lake Guard LLC. Now, it does say Lake of the Ozarks Home Watch Services up here, so that's good, that's a positive. But then it also says counties, blah, 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 the counties. So Lake Guard, so are you guarding the lake, or what are you doing? We don't know. So we talked about the message, and then I'm gonna show you some clarity of message after that, but some other things. This picture right here, underneath that Lake Guard thing, has an old picture of Bagnell Dam, Lake of the Ozarks, which is cool, it's a cool picture, but it visually doesn't tell me anything. And the alt tag, which Google looks at, it's in the code on the picture, said Bagnell Dam historic picture, or something like that. So it still wasn't telling Google anything about what he does. And then underneath that, there was actually all kinds of really good text, but no one in their right mind is ever gonna read that, right? On the phone especially, but even on desktop. People don't read paragraphs online. But we talked about clarity of message, so I just whipped this up really quick. He's not a client yet. I didn't sell this, I didn't show him this on the call, we just talked about it. So this is what his website could look like. The heading tag could say Lake of the Ozarks' most trusted home watch service. Google knows exactly what he does, and so does the person coming to the website. When you're away, anything can happen. The longer it sits, the more expensive it becomes. We've got your back, get a quote. Is it clear what he does now? Yeah, it's clear to you, it's clear to Google. All good things. I scroll down where all that text was. This is something we talked about on the call. This was on his services page, that home watch, concierge, and key holder. I'm like, put that on your homepage. Home and dock watch, concierge, so it reinforces what he does. And then we see what your cameras never will, because one of the objections of people is like, well, I've got cameras, I don't need your service. So just hit it right up front. Your home, property, dock, and belongings are physically observed for damage from storms, wildlife leaks, hot outlets, and any other unanticipated events year-round. So things that might not come to mind, we've now agitated the thought with the messaging on the homepage up front. And then he had this buried in a paragraph. I'm like, pull this out. This is good. This is stuff that people don't think about. Winter, spring, summer, fall. These are issues that happen in homes around the lake. Bullet them. Don't bury them in a paragraph. So people who aren't thinking about this now start thinking about it and why they need him. So clarity of message is important. Why does it matter? Companies with clear and compelling messaging see 3.5 times higher revenue growth compared to unclear messages. Where's the opportunity? 86% of small businesses do not prioritize message clarity. How crazy is that? If you prioritize message clarity, you have leverage to dominate in your market. This was another person I did a call with who is a client now, Kill Devil Diesel. He used to do monster truck consulting and stuff. He builds custom engines. He's in North Carolina, or South Carolina. Where's Kill Devil? I don't remember.
North Carolina.
Anyway, he has large market visibility needs. And we did this whole entire roadmap for him. And let's just pass these around. This is just a takeaway. You don't need to read it. I'm just going to point out the important things. We did this whole thing for him because he is a national market, competitive market, and this is a process that's going to take a year. We started with stage 1, clarity, and then retargeting, where we capture, and gave him the whole thing, including a big YouTube presence. So that's what he walked away on the strategy call, and he's hired us for a year to implement this whole thing. So that was a whole different strategy call than this strategy call. And then this guy here in Jefferson City, your hometown advocate contractor, he spends a fortune on pay-per-click and social ads, and he's not getting any leads. So our conversation was, you have no lead capture on your website. That's why you're not getting any leads. But you're also wasting money, and your SEO sucks because no one's searching for hometown advocate contractor. Do you do roofs, siding, restoration, whatever? So you've got a bigger problem. Here's the thing. We build marketing systems, and with Transform and Inspire as the coach, where MSW does the implementation, I coach people on this, and then we implement it if they want us to implement it. So for every $1 invested in email marketing, you see an average return of 42. Despite that, 65% of businesses don't use email marketing. Where there's opportunity, there's leverage. Companies that blog 2 times a month, promote posts on social media, see 67% more leads, and are 40 times more likely to rank well and dominate in SEO. But 64% of businesses have a blog. That's great, but less than 30% actually use it. So that's dumb. Where there's opportunity, there's leverage. Businesses using marketing automation, where they got things and systems that go, have a 451% increase in leads. Only 22% of small businesses actually do it. Where there's opportunity, there's leverage. This is on your handout. We are launching January 1st what's called a performance program, because what I found is people who want to do all this stuff usually start with one thing, and we tell them they need to do all this stuff, yet they never do. They put it off, put it off, put it off, it never happens. So the performance program has everything you need, all the blogs, all the website optimization, all the email marketing, all the retargeting, all the processes. At the first of the year is going to be $1,795 per month. And I outline the deliverables. I'm looking for 5 businesses. I already have 1, so I've got 4 spots left. So this is my call. I want 5 businesses who will do it for half price. They'll be grandfathered in, so $897 a month for all of it. 12-month commitment, because it takes up time to implement it and get the engine running. And so it'd be $897.50 per month for all the stuff you need to dominate your market and quadruple 100 extra leads. That's simple. Sandy Waggett with Transform and Inspire Your Business. Raise your game, change your life. If you're interested and want to talk to me more about it, just text me.